Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a consultant at IUPUI's University Writing Center. Welcome to our fourth and final video in our series, Language Variation in the Writing Center. At the center, we hold true that every language is valuable, and we love and appreciate that each writer brings in their own unique experiences with language. In this video today, we're going to be talking about two different ways that we can interact with language variation and variation across dialects. Linguists believe that there are two different ways we can interact with language. One of these ways is acceptance, and the other is assimilation. So, what's assimilation? Assimilation is when one group of people is forced to conform to the ways of another group of people. For language, this means that speakers of unfavored dialects, such as Appalachian English or African American Vernacular English, are expected to change the way they speak to fit a societal standard. One way we see this happen is in children at schools. Speakers of unfavored dialects, such as African American Vernacular English, are encouraged to speak their own dialects at home. However, society tells them that when they go to school or other formal settings, they should code switch to a standard English. This kind of assimilation can lead to internalized oppression in speakers of non-favored dialects. This teaches them that their language is invaluable and not important enough for a formal setting, and therefore devalues the peoples and the culture. The second way to interact with language variation is to celebrate language diversity. When doing this, we acknowledge that all language and their variations are valuable, and therefore they should all be treated equally. Because the definition of code switching is so often misconstrued, Dr. Vershawn Ashanti Young introduced a new phrase, code meshing. Code meshing is when you take two different languages or dialects and mesh them together in one context. This is technically the definition of code switching, but the term leads to less misinterpretation and misapplication. Code meshing can occur within one or two words in a sentence, or within multiple phrases in a conversation. For instance, if I were to say, "Me gusta the green shoes," I'm meshing both Spanish and English. This is really neat because each language and dialect has its own unique way of saying things. As speakers, then, we can pull from our different language experiences to more thoroughly and clearly express what we're trying to say. This also holds all different dialects and languages as equals because they're presented as both valuable within a conversation. At the Writing Center, we encourage code meshing and also encourage students to pull from their different linguistic experiences and knowledge and channel that into their writing. We also advocate for students using their own dialects in academic spaces and support writers and the language choices they make. As always, if you're interested in learning more about code meshing, check out the description down below for some cool resources. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed our series, Language Variation in the Writing Center.